And we are live. March 27th, 2019. Welcome to the monthly Mad Society Mastermind. As you can see, we have a special guest with us today. What we usually do in the beginning of these things is I talk for a few minutes while people kind of come into the room and get on their computers and join the group. So I'm going to talk about just a few things, and then I'll introduce our guest, and then he will take over and he's going to show you guys some pretty cool stuff for native ads. So first off, if you're a new member, thank you for joining and thank you for tuning in. If you're an old member, I love you. Welcome back. If you're watching a replay, what's happening? If you're watching the live, let's check the little room here and see how everybody's doing. Get everyone joined in, and then we'll be ready to go. Now, right now, I'm going to wait a few minutes because I don't see people getting in just yet. So I hope everything is working correctly. There we go. What's up, Jason? We got people now. Okay, I was getting worried for a second. I said, oh man, I don't see anybody. But now they're starting to come in. Can you guys see and hear everything okay? Let's do a quick technical check. Can you guys hear and see me all right? Yep, we can see you guys fine. Cool. All right, so yeah, man, I can't believe it's already March. We'll just go ahead and get into it. I can't believe it's March. The year's flying by. January, February, or March are usually three of the best months of the year, so I hope everyone's had a good start to 2019 and getting their campaigns running and profitable. And we've had some pretty cool follow-alongs happen in the forum. Every month, a couple new people hit their first 100 a day. We had a guy hit his first profitable day. Then like the next day, he hit $100 and something profit. And then the next day he was hitting 400 and something profit, and he was on his way to 500 and 1,000. I love seeing that stuff happen. Of course, it's more fun to make the money yourself. But for me, after being in the game for so long, it's kind of fun to watch you guys take off and go nuts. And it's possible. I mean, just stay positive, keep in mind and read those follow-alongs. It happens all the time. People always ask the question, is affiliate marketing dead? And the answer is always no. I don't think it's ever going to die. It gets bigger and bigger, and it gets better. We have more traffic sources now with native ads, social media than ever before. There's more opportunity. There's more places to advertise, and there's more offers. You know, a lot of the kinks have been worked out from the offer problems that we used to have back in 08, 09, 2010, 11. There was some real weird stuff going on. Most of that's been worked out. Those people have all been eliminated from the game, along with a lot of affiliate networks who were kind of doing some fishy things too. They were all taken out of the industry. So it's a great time to be here, great time to be a member of the forum, great time to just be trying to do your own thing online because, as we all know, the job market's drying up with automation. So you're in the right place at the right time. Keep doing what you're doing. And if you run native campaigns, I have some good news for you. We have a guest today from a service called The Optimizer. You've seen them in the forum posting information. And just the other day, he posted a case study about running an offer on a certain ad network. And if you go into the forum, you'll see they posted the exact offer, how they found it, the exact landing pages, the exact traffic source. And then they show how they auto-optimized the campaign into profitability. Lots of companies over the last 5 or 6 years have claimed to be able to put your campaigns on autopilot, right? Everyone says that. So far, no one has been able to accomplish it in a way that it works consistently and profitably. But the Optimizer has some pretty crazy stuff right now. And based on the case study they just showed, works like a charm. I've actually never seen a auto optimization service with so many of the features that you would need, that I would need to actually make a campaign profitable, because there's so many variables and so many different levers that have to be pulled at different times. No one's gotten it right yet. I believe they have it. And today, my guest is, I believe you pronounce it Lucid. He is or maybe Lucide. He is a rep from the Optimizer. And he's going to give you guys a presentation today on how you can take your native campaign, run it through their system, and tell it what to do and let it run your campaign for you. Sounds like a dream, right? If it works half as good as it's supposed to, it's going to be a dream. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him the screen. We're going to make sure that his audio and everything is working, and I'm going to be quiet, and then I'll come back at the end. But I want to turn it over right now to him so he can give you guys a great overview and show you some stuff that's going on with the Optimizer. We have a killer deal at the end of this too, so stay tuned till the end. Or if you're watching the replay, stay tuned till the end, and you'll have that offer. So that being said, Lucid,
hey, Martin.
I turn it over to you, my friend.
Hey, Martin. Hey, guys. Thanks for having me here. I hope you hear me loud and clear. We don't have any bad surprises from the internet connection or any stuff like that. And thanks for the warm introduction. Basically, what I wanted to share with you today, because
sounds great.
If there's any need, like going through a 101 demo or everything like that, just drop me a message on the forums on Mod Society, or just drop me an email, and we can make it happen. So as far as someone wants to see the platform and have their own questions answered, I would be more than happy to guide them through a live demo. And in today's presentation, I wanted to focus mostly on the new stuff that we've been working on. And to be honest, it took us some time to fine tune the new stuff and to make it work, because most of the traffic sources either have some changes in the API or don't like to be that much aggressive when it comes to optimization, like blocking publishers, blocking ads, changing bids, budgets, and stuff like that. So let me start sharing my screen with you, and because I try to make it a bit organized to avoid any derail of the presentation. So let me know if you guys can have any issues seeing the screen. Just drop a message, and I will go through the slides. So basically today we're focusing only on the updates and enhancements made to the platform, and basically we are. I just want to mention the current state, or let's say the previous state of only a few days ago, where we were integrated only with Outbrain, Taboola, MGID, Rev Content, AdSkipper, and Content Ad in terms of traffic networks. And about the tracking platforms, we're already connected with Volume, Thrive Tracker, Binom Tracker, Funnelflux, RedTrack, BMob, and AdsBridge. So as far as any of you is using any of these trackers or any of these platforms, our platform will work for your campaigns. And recently we introduced some new updates, and some of you guys may already have tested it, but I've seen quite a lot people getting a bit confused when it comes to configuring the rules and setting up them properly. So that is why I just brought them up here. And besides the automatic rules, we have Yahoo Gemini or OAuth platform, which is part of Verizon advertising, as well as Volume DSP, which are the two newest traffic sources added to our integration. And along with that, we have Google Analytics, which I guess most of the guys who run traffic arbitrage on native traffic sources, which is something that has been going on for quite a lot of time now, and there are some guys which are making crazy numbers. This is something that they should need to have on their plugged in via API. So let me start with the automatic bidding and why our automatic bidding is like or we claim that is the best, because basically what we do when we optimize our campaigns is we seek to make a profit out of the CPCs and the EPCs we are getting from our campaigns. So basically those are the two main metrics. And if we check the graph here, if to make a visual comparison of how automatic bidding and manual bidding works differently, is that when we deploy automatic bidding, like we have this example rule here where we want to keep a 70% CPC according to our EPC, we're just basically telling the system like, okay, I want a 30% ROI on this campaign, or on this site, or that is the bare minimum that I'm looking for. So having it changing every 20 minutes or even every 10 minutes, that's something up to you. But sometimes some traffic sources would like to get some time to publish the new bids and to propagate the new pricing. So that is why we often tell to keep it like every 30 minutes or 1 hour, even though it can go even faster. And if we see from the graph here, is that whenever we lower the CPC, we lower the whenever ROI goes down, the ROI goes down, we lower the CPC as well. So it's something which goes along the way, and it doesn't have to overlap with each other. So until we're able to get the publisher profit, it's something that we can easily do using automatic tools, and we still do have some fail-safe parameters here, where we tell the system not to go below a specific threshold or not to go above a specific threshold. This way, your account balance doesn't go dry just because you wrongly set a bid, a high bid on your campaign or on a specific publisher. Moving on, I would like to focus a bit on the main features we have. So basically, we started off with just an automatic tool like just blocking publishers, pausing campaigns and ads, and now we are like a full stack automatic optimization platform, where we have automatic rules which can pause the campaign, change the campaign budget, change the campaign bid, depart the campaign, create campaigns from scratch using our tool. You can upload existing contents or new contents to your campaigns. So when I say existing contents, is something that you do pulling all the creatives, art variations that are found on your traffic source account, and while creating a new campaign, you can create multiple variations along the way without having to start the flow once again. You can easily duplicate campaigns if you'd like to go from desktop to mobile or to tablet, or to just test another bid and see how it works out. We have a smart list, which is basically an automatic blacklist, and we've seen quite often that for ref content, for instance, we hear a lot of people that are using ref contents blacklists, and sometimes within those blacklists, it may happen that you have some hidden gems there, and that is why we quite sometimes suggest to create your own list where you test the publisher, you qualify it, if it works for you or not, then put it on the list, then reuse the list on another campaign. That way you just keep your opportunities broad, as well as start pre-optimized campaigns. Also for traffic sources like Taboola and Outbrain, which have some slight delays in reporting, we have a cost prediction. which based on the clicks recorded on your tracker, it will be able to give you an approximate cost, revenue, and ROI, as well as the advanced departing and tracker view, which are part of the new feature. Like the tracker view is going to be part of a new feature we're working on. So basically, you all you will have to do is to create your landing, to plug in the landing pages, plug in the offers, start running traffic, create the block publisher rules, block change bid rules, and change budget rules, and then you will have the automatic optimization, which will take care of changing the rotation weights between your landing pages and offers, so it will guide it through the right path. So whichever one has the best chance of converting the campaign into a profitable one, or has higher chances of converting, that will be the top destination landing page and offer. And for Yahoo Gemini, we have something really cool, which, as far as I've checked, I hope I'm not wrong. Nobody has this. Nobody in the market has this kind of automatic optimization, and it starts from the campaign itself, where you can create campaigns from scratch using the optimizer. And I've heard quite a lot of guys which totally hate the interface on Yahoo Gemini, or either hate the CSV upload they use. So basically, you have a better, like, easier way to create your campaigns, to create your ad variations, where you just plug in the image, you enter the headline variations, and it just creates all the possible image and headline variations. You can pause the campaign, you can activate a campaign based on a departing schedule manually, or whenever a threshold limit has been met. You can change the budget whenever you have a campaign which is promising, and it has some potential to convert even more, even though you're just, let's say, around 6 p.m. and you still have a few hours to milk out. So you'd better up your budget and try to get as much money as you can from that traffic flow or from the day. So that way, by having a campaign budget change rule, you will be able to up your budget or to decrease your budget if things go wrong and your campaign is not, or your ads or offers are not converting anymore, or are not converting as they did a few days ago. Then we have the widgets or sites functionalities, where you can automatically pause and activate sites. You can change the site bids, or you can change the bid modifier as displayed on Yahoo Gemini's interface. And that is quite useful, because you might want to activate a publisher automatically, because we previously had this kind of rules only on pause. But what happened is that sometimes the offer networks just don't post the conversions on time, and because of that, you either have to wait for the conversion to be posted, or you will have to keep the publisher blocked. But as long as the publisher is profitable, we would like to activate it right away. It's like not losing any time over it. Then we have the ad groups and ads management. When we can pause and activate ad groups, we can pause and activate ads, as well as we can change ad group bids, where it can help us with the previous example I showed you, where we keep a specific profit margin, and it's like running all the time with a specific margin that we have. Then the new addition, which went out with the first release only today, is Volume DSP, which has a huge amount of ad network exchanges in their inventory. And even though you have the same traffic sources and the same stuff, odds are that you're not getting the same traffic quality, because every traffic source and every traffic network has their own deals going on. And aside from the automatic rules that currently Volume DSP is offering, what I've noticed is that we have some kind of more advanced stuff present in the platform, because you can, besides pausing publishers, ads, sites, widgets, or whatever, you can even auto activate them right away. And for the same reason I mentioned just a few seconds ago, and you can change the campaign budget like you do on all traffic sources like Outbrain, Taboola, Rev Content, Content Ad, MGIT, AdsKeeper, whatever platform you're working on. You can change the bids. You can pause any ad exchange. You can activate automatically ad exchanges from the optimizer using a simple rule, like if the ROI is higher than zero, just activate the exchange or activate the widget or site. We can change the bid of the exchanges. We can pause and activate as well as change the bids of the widgets. We can pause, activate as well as change the bids of the sites. And the best thing is that for whatever reason, I don't know what it is, but we have the ability to optimize on a like large time frame, like let's say the last 90 days, because sometimes we may get some traffic from some publishers which are sending just a few clicks a day, and in 7 days it won't reach our threshold. But in the long run, let's say 3 months or 90 days, it will hurt our profit. Like if it's even if it counts for like minus 0.10% of our ROI, having like 100 publishers like that, it's something that we don't want to have on our way, because uh, by the end of the day, it will just hurt our ROI. So that's the idea behind a large date for, time range, and this is where that we the thing that we configure here, like considering data from. And moving on, I would like to jump to Google Analytics, and I noticed in the forums that there was something about there was a mastermind about traffic arbitrage. And if the guys are present in the live show, or if they see it on the playback, for whatever reason, if they think that this tool can add value to their mastermind, we're more than happy to provide them some assistance with automation, of course. And basically, what you get, and this is not just for AdSense, this works as well for e-commerce, which when I created the report for what were for native advertising during 2018, I noticed quite a lot of e-commerce ads. And if you're running, let's say, e-commerce through Shopify, WooCommerce, Magento, I don't know what the platform you may be running on, and you're still using Google Analytics as a tracking to track your sales, you can have that Google Analytics account plugged into the optimizer. And once you have that, you can create automatic rules which are going to be released in a maximum like in about 10 days, which are going to be out, and you will be able to promote directly your e-commerce sites on native traffic, even though you may have some pretty good offers, and that's a good alternative to go for native, because Facebook lately has started to make some crazy changes, and a lot of guys are seeing some bad days there, even though they have a good product, a good pricing, and a good offer, a good flow. The next one is the AdSense, which I derailed a bit. Is that using Google Analytics, we will be able to get the AdSense revenue. We will be able to get the impressions, ad units viewed, ads clicked, AdSense page impressions, earning per AdSense clicks, earning per sessions, earnings per page view. So basically, all the needed stuff that all the basic stuff that you need to automate and optimize your campaigns. So if you ever feel like you're having a hard time to create an automatic rule or auto optimization rule, just think of it like this: like you are doing everything manually, and you're spending half of your day aggregating stats or on matching clicks data, conversion data, and everything that is needed in order to properly optimize your campaigns. While you can have a system like this, which will do that automatically for you, and all you need to do is to translate all those manual tasks into automatic rules, because you have some thresholds that you're leaving a publisher running. You have some thresholds in terms of landing page click-through rate. You have some thresholds in terms of conversion rate of the offer, because you can easily ask the rep of your network, like, what is the conversion rate of this offer on a network-wide level. Like, if the offer is converting like 5%, you're expecting at least a 5%, or at least a 2.5% conversion rate from the offer. If you're just starting with a blacklist campaign, so you have a metric based on which you can start your optimization on. And all you need to do is to translate all the stuff you do manually into automatic rules, and you're good to go. It may run actions like every 10 minutes or daily or weekly. You decide what's the threshold. And because I don't want to steal too much time of Malen's, because he had some plans on its own, and for which one of you that would like to get a live demo, as I said in the beginning of my presentation, I would be more than happy to guide you through a live demo of the platform, as well as give you any suggestions for the automatic rules. And at the end of this presentation, I included a thank you page, which we all know what it is, but this time is different. So this discount is valid only for new users and expired ones, like the guys that have an expired subscription on our platform. Maybe natives weren't their focus at the time, or maybe they didn't have the current feature set that we currently have, and the potential to help their campaigns to move positively. So we included this special discount, which is valid until April 1, 2019, and you will get like the basic plan on the cheapest price possible. Like, this is better than 50 days trial, better than I don't know, even 50% or 16. It's better than the discount included in the official thread. So if you'd like to give it a go, I would encourage you to get to take advantage of this discount, as well as keep in touch for anything you might need. And yeah, I see Marlon mentioning about the questions. If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer, even if it means going through a live demo, but that will take some time. So
All right. So let's see if we can come up with some questions. Thank you for the presentation, guys. In short, this tool is insane. It's insane. They have never had anything like this in the history of affiliate marketing that I know of, and I've been in the game since 08. It's preposterous. It's a cheat code. This gives us an edge that no one else is going to have.
Basically, this was like,
if they had this back in the day, would have made my life a whole lot easier. Let me put it into simple terms. You can create a campaign. You can tell it you want to make 30% ROI, and it will continuously change your bid, raising it or lowering it, and keep you at 30% ROI. So it's kind of a foolproof way to run a campaign. You really can't lose. The only question is, can you get traffic at a lower bid? if you're only earning a 50-cent EPC and it drops your bid to 40 cents, can you get traffic? That's the question. But and they've solved a lot of other problems, like you can cap the bid so it won't bid $100 a click or anything. You can set a $2 limit or something like that. Really killer. I'm excited to play around with it. I hope you guys are too. And let's get into questions. Lose it. I believe you can see the questions. So if you can see them and just want to answer them one by one, that's fine. Or if you want me to choose one for you, we could do that. LSD2. Great username, by the way. Looks like we got a couple questions from Marcel and Yobos. Yeah, so go ahead and you can close down that screen and we'll just do some questions. Let me see if I can if you could stop sharing your screen and go back to your face, that might help. Or if you can just do it with audio. A couple questions though.
Yeah. Just let me see. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Marlon?
There we go. Yeah.
All right. It's all fine. So I hope I didn't have any issue with the language because it's not my native language. But yeah, so I see a couple of questions around the comments, and the LSD2 it's me. I was just logged in with my personal username on YouTube. And thanks, Marcel, for answering. And I had a great call with Marcel like a few days ago. He was really a nice guy. And let me see. Can traffic arbitrage work for a quality site, or is it only for clickbait? Well, it depends on the content. Like I've seen some guys lately that are investing quite a lot with the content. Like they're creating like a real company. Like think of it like I don't know, Business Insider or anything on large scale, which we see quite sometimes. And yes, it's even though in lower scale, it's something that can make quite huge profits. And if you're connected to different DSP, different networks, like let's say you're connected to Yahoo Gemini, you're connected to I don't know. Give me a name like Taboola, or you have like multiple ads in your page. You can take advantage of multiple of them, even push traffic networks, and that would be quite a good way to monetize your sites. Like you have some wow article, and that we have them. And this was the kind of tool our team used to use internally a few years ago. And this is like the secret sauce of the super affiliates from the old days. Like if we've heard like for some guys that used to run millions a month and have made a fortune nowadays, they used to deploy such tools, even though the traffic sources were not that complicated like they are now. They didn't have AI and stuff like that. That is something that they did. And in terms of numbers nowadays, I may say we have guys that are managing more than $1.5 million a month or even more using our platform. There are several of them, to be honest. And besides that, we have guys that are running like hundreds of campaigns simultaneously, which is something like only the time you need to talk with your reps on the network and get like the offer bumps or get like come up with a good creative that will gain some good traffic and will be something that the traffic source system will like. That on its own requires quite a lot of time and requires quite some work, because we've seen around like images that have been running like 10 years. You Marlon even mentioned that a few days ago it was the lady with which were peeling her skin. So yeah, it's something that it's like the hidden A on the yeah. So if you guys have any other question, I'll be more than happy to answer, and why not? That is not yet, hi Marcel, that is not yet possible because if I'm not wrong, because I'm not a dev myself, but if I'm not wrong, that is something that needs to be handled in the reporting side as well. Yeah, because for that we will need to add the reporting on a geo-based, and after that you will be able, because to run that you will need to have the cost per geo, the revenue per geo. You will have to have like a drill down report that would cover the top. But that I'm not saying that it's something we cannot do, and pretty sure in a matter of a few weeks we're also adding like a metric, like a graph, which is going to show you how the traffic flow has gone from the bid in relation to the bid from a specific hour of the day to the other, where you get the details, if you need to up the bid again or if you need to lower the bid again. So we have some pretty cool stuff coming up, and yeah, it's stay tuned, because the thing is going big. And if you happen to come at in Barcelona this year, don't forget us to stop by our booth. I don't know if Marlon is coming. How many more months before you just replace the tracking platforms? That's that's something we will talk in a bit. That's something we will talk in a bit. We have some plans, and yeah, it's going to be crazy. So
All right. I'm on a little bit of a delay, but I believe he's done answering questions, right? Yeah? Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure we're on the same page. Wow. Okay, so that's a lot of info. And yes, that would be so cool if imagine you didn't even have to use a tracking system anymore. You logged in, you could create ads, optimize, auto-optimize all the campaigns and track everything in one place. There's no telling how much you guys could charge for that a month. That'd be sick. That'd be pretty sick. Anyway, I think you guys have put together a hell of a package here. The deal you have for Mad Society members is awesome, guys. It's the cheapest plan was like $59, and for $59, you could set up your campaigns to optimize themselves into profitability. If you can't make more than $59 a month with the optimizer's service, auto optimizing anything, that's the way I look at it. I would pay $5,000 a month if it was making me more than 5,000 a month. That's how I do my numbers for expenses. I don't mind spending money on tools as long as they pay for themselves. And this one at 50 or 100 bucks a month seems like a no-brainer. So screw it. Let's all go get it, do it, and share your stories in the forum. And is the offer for 1 month or 2? I believe it's for the first month. And then it goes to the regular pricing. And so you get a month to figure out how to make enough money to justify the expense. You get a whole month to figure that out. Yeah, it's for the first month indeed. Got it. All right, guys. So what we're going to do is I'll put up a link to the special page that he set up for us. And if you guys watching the replay or anybody on the live feed wants to go ahead and sign up and check it out, that link will be there for you. Also, he said he could give me the presentation files that he used in case anybody wants to check those out at their leisure. And all of that will be available in the forum. And that's about all we have for this month. So thanks to everybody for tuning in. Thank you so much to Lucid Lost Side. Yeah, see, my name is Malin and no one knows how to pronounce it, so I feel the pain.
We'll
just call each other Jim and Jerry.
Yeah.
Hey, Larry. It's very easy. But anyway, thank you for joining us today. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. And as always, man, I'll see you in the future and I'll see you in the forum. All right. See you guys.
See you, Madden.